The landscape of anime is changing. Whether that be a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure, but let's take a dive into it and see what's going on. So way back last year sometime, Crunchyroll ended up buying Funimation. There is a merger. Now that it's 2024, it's actually going into effect, and Crunchyroll put out a statement talking about the payment increases and everything like that. So let's take a look into what they said, and then we'll look at the articles and do comparisons here and that. So right here, this was a statement put out, and I believe it's under the service updates or something you can find on the website. This was given to me by one of the people in my Discord. It says, "Thank you for being a loyal Funimation customer. The Funimation service is ending April 2nd, 2024. You still can access content you love on Crunchyroll, which houses one of the largest anime libraries, sub, dubs, catalog, and simulcast, as well as games and the Crunchyroll store. You don't have to leave your Funimation watch history, the Funimation queue behind. You can migrate them over to Crunchyroll. Please log into your Crunchyroll, do all that stuff. As soon as you log in, it's going to ask you once you go over to your watch list, do you want to migrate it? And so here's the big part right here. As part of our transition to Crunchyroll, the price of your new Crunchyroll plan has increased from $54.95 to $99.99 at the beginning of January 2025. This is like the all big package at the end. I don't know what it gives. I know it gives discounts on the stores. This takes place January 28th, 2025. Future billing will be provided by Crunchyroll. Changes will be reflected in your next cycling bill starting on January 28th next year, and the charged to your current payment method on file. If you got any questions, blah, 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 blah. So what does this mean? Well, with Crunchyroll, no one was reporting on this. I found a couple things, but IGN was the first thing I saw. As soon as I hopped on X, I saw that Funimation is officially ending it, blah, 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 going into it. So I clicked on their article, and we're going to take a deep dive. I haven't read anything. We're going to do a quick glance over it real quick. When we hop into the article, you see that they do a quick dive talking about the quick transition, an announcement they did last year, and to now, where a Funimation, when you log in, they're going to give you three options. One, you can combine both Funimation and Crunchyroll data, which I've looked further into it. They have already transferred, I believe, 99% of the archive from Funimation over to Crunchyroll now. So everything you could probably want is over on Funimation now. So the second thing is you can just replace your Funimation or your Crunchyroll data with all the Funimation. You can just keep your Crunchyroll, forget the Funimation, then you confirm it. So like they said before, going into this, as they're migrating, there might be a pay increase depending on what tier you have and some other things going forward from here. Going forward, the subscription fees will be reflected in the next billing cycle, as I stated before, through Crunchyroll or the third-party access platform. Following Crunchyroll's pricing, Funimation wrote, future subscription fees will be reflected in the next billing cycle, Same thing on both websites. Unfortunately, though, Funimation users who purchase digital copies of an anime show and movies on the platform won't be able to access them on Crunchyroll. This comes down to another debate that a lot of people have, where you should buy physical so you don't lose it, and instead of buying digital because of stuff like this. But that's not why we're here. So basically, if you bought anything digital over on Funimation, you are going to lose it. There's no ifs, ands, whens, and buts about it. I'm sorry, but you're going to lose it. They commented on by saying, please note that Crunchyroll does not currently support Funimation digital copies, which means the access to the available digital copies will not be supported. However, we're continuously working to enhance our content offerings and provide you with an exceptional anime streaming experience. We appreciate your understanding and encourage you to explore the extensive anime library on Crunchyroll. So, what does this mean? There's going to be a price increase, but you could look at it as Crunchyroll having a monopoly on this. I mean, but they don't, because there's High Dive. You know, High Dive has gone downhill, and their streaming the user interface is not that friendly, especially if you're watching on, your smart TV like a Samsung TV or your Xbox or PS5, something like that. It's not really that friendly. They have their own exclusives still. There are websites that have their own exclusives like Crunchyroll, Hulu, stuff like that. But two biggest competitors and the two longest time ones now merge into Crunchyroll. So you're not going to be seeing this anymore. And as you see right on the front page, they're already advertising saying, come on over to Crunchyroll. It's already moving over here. So like, for example, I already went ahead and looked at my queue because for a while, these were only on here. I already went over and they're already moved over. And as you see, they're adding more and more. They got, my picks and stuff. By the way, here's what I'm watching. Yeah, Fire. This is a really good underrated one. Firefighter Daigo, the Rescue in Orange. Fantastic. So what does this mean? It means, Crunchyroll's taking the lead. Crunchyroll's going to have everything. They're going to be who you're watching when it comes to the mainstream stuff. legally at least, unless you go and hop on the high seas like Luffy and go and watch it wherever. So everything's at least come to one place now. Well, when it comes to the big competitors, everything's in one place. You still have the high dive exclusives, you still have the Netflix, you still have that, but it's showing that the big one's getting bigger. So take that how you want. Check your pricings. I know I'm on the cheapest tier, which I pay monthly because I don't know when I'm going to cancel it in case, you know, I get bored or fall out of anime or something like that. But if you are paying monthly, do look at your upcoming changes because it's going to go from $60 to $100. It's going to be a $40 dip. And if you have stuff that's over on Funimation, make sure you can try and connect your emails and all that stuff over to the Crunchyroll website so you do not lose anything you are watching. And that way you can have it all in one place. And as I've said before, this is also a good thing to note for people who are buying digitally. Things like this happen. When they get bought out, they leave stuff behind. They don't support any of the digital merchandise that was bought over on Funimation. So if you bought movies, series, anything like that, unfortunately you are going to lose it. Now, if you rip it to a CD or something, that's not what I'm saying. Anyway, look, if you bought digital, unfortunately you're losing all that stuff, which is, you know, an argument that I've said multiple times and time and again. This is why you buy physical, and we have a whole different thing for that. But anyway, I rambled on too long. I have a flu or a cold or sinuses, something, I don't know. So I'm just trying to pop this out. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the new official merger and price change of Crunchyroll. I think this might be interesting to get some feedback on, and if you think they shouldn't really increase the price or there should be some extra benefits to it, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all later.